Hi, so welcome back to another segment of Lyn Gardena's fashion vlogs. And I'm Lyn Gardena. And as you can see, this is a wig. It's synthetic, but I just went ahead and purchased it because I just feel like it has potential. So it looks crazy when I'm first putting it on, but just bear with me, bear with me. Anyway, so today's topic is going to be all about my do's and don'ts as a psychic medium, but mainly my don'ts as a psychic medium, like what I don't do, just like different habits. And it's not even, this is just like barely touching the surface on some of the things that I don't do as a psychic medium and some of the things that I just experience, okay? So, what I do want to start off saying is I have always had like this respect for the supernatural world, even when I was a little girl and I didn't even understand that I was as gifted as I was. Of course, because I was surrounded by a lot of family that didn't mean me any well. And I think, the number one thing that I do is I stay away from family. Okay? As a psychic medium, I just stay away from family because me being a psychic medium, growing up in a family that kind of was into supernatural things and to things of the occult and witchcraft and black magic and stuff like that, it's like I grew up around a bunch of witches, but I came out like a unicorn. Like I've always been like very magical, whimsical, gifted, like a star, having star quality. So I just stay away from my family. That's like the number one thing that I do. I just stay away from jealous people or people who I just pick up energy from and something isn't right. You know how some people in the family, families, I feel like the reason why I stay away from my family is because they accept so much dysfunction and they are so dysfunctional themselves that being around them made me physically sick because I was already in close proximity to them and because they were already doing hoodoo, voodoo, witchcraft, sending evil eye, just sending a lot of energy my way. And over the years, I've just learned how to separate myself. Like when some place is too toxic, I get ready to create an exit plan and I leave. Like that's the number one thing that I do as a psychic medium. I just straight up leave. Like there have been situations where I've been in business with some people and God or the universe or my higher self would just tell me to leave these people and I just leave them. And I always just find out the reason why God had me to leave. Like I remember one time, sometimes I would even get kicked out of spaces if I stayed too long. Or I'd be forced out, pushed out by God. I truly believe that, or my spirit team. Or whatever supernatural being that protects me. Anyway, or beings, should I say. Because there's a lot of energy I carry. But yeah, I just always just would leave. I remember sometimes people make me physically sick. I remember one time I was with my ex, I would say my ex-mother-in-law. I call her my ex-mother-in-law because I was on the verge of being married and I was so young and I lived with them. And just that was that type of relationship. It was serious. In the words of her, like, I just remember like just feeling stuff. And we were by a church or something like that. And I remember this man, he just picked up and walked across the street and he was a stranger. He just was a man in the street, a random man. And I remember my stomach hurting. My stomach started turning and I had this nauseous feeling that I was going to vomit. So I was like, pull over right now. And as soon as the man walked across the street, I remember saying to my ex-mother-in-law, I said, he's a child, you know what? Like I can't say it on YouTube, but I say he doesn't do well by kids. Like, and once he left, my stomach was fine. The urge to vomit wasn't there, and I just spoke that out. It was just like I have to leave situations, or I will get physically sick. Where some people's energy is so dark, I can't even deal with it, even as a psychic medium. Another thing I don't do horror stories, like horror, like films, especially if it's based on a true story, because I honestly believe that you can pick up certain energies, entities, spirits, and things that you just don't need in your life. I believe it should be against the law to literally be someone like advertising horror films at night, because and it just pops up on your screen, like, you know, those ads that just pop up on YouTube or anywhere else, or a streaming service, that you're watching something and then a horror film just comes up and somebody's getting harmed, it's gory, it's bloody and stuff like that, and they just show it on there, and then you're sitting in the bed at night chilling, and then now you get like, it's people who have heart issues. It's people who are like me, sensitive to energy. There's children sometimes. Like, there's people who are mentally going through things and are disturbed by certain things. And you just, and some people have PTSD, and you putting this stuff on the screen. Like, that's just me. I just truly believe that. I don't like scary anything, or something that's just too gory and violent. I can't. And another thing, as a psychic medium, I don't do cemeteries. I don't do cemeteries because I don't know. I just don't do cemeteries because I just always felt like a just weird energy with cemeteries. Like, some people say you walk backwards out of cemeteries. Some people say that you just you always say out loud that you don't want anything following you home. They're not welcome. And then you have people out here having adult relations if you catch my drift, adult relations in cemeteries, and they say that turns them on. And I'm not judging, I'm not kink shaming, I'm not doing any of that, but as a psychic medium, that is a no-no. That's literally like having relations in someone else's bed in their home. Like, that's their resting place, and I just feel like that's disrespectful. Anyway, this is the look. Those are just a few don'ts that I don't do as a psychic medium, but this is the look. This is how it came together. I love it. The girls are sitting. The hair is laid. It's so different looking than when I first put it on. I could deal with this hair. I love it. And I love this purse that goes with it, my accessories. It came out well, including the makeup. I really, really love it. It's so cute. This is a look.